This is what the Miami Dolphins need to do in the 2024 NFL Draft. Ryan Wilson and Pete Prisco from the With the First Pick podcast here to give you the ultimate mock draft for the team that picks 21st overall. All right, producer Harry, let's do it into the NFL mock draft database simulator. All right, Rick, this team surprisingly has a handful of needs.
You called me Rick.
Don't ever I called you Rick.
Don't ever call me Rick. My face isn't red. Don't ever call me Rick.
You're not the tomato can. Whoa. Tuli Fuaga sitting right there. In this draft, Jared first falls. I don't think he's going to be there.
Put Fuaga in there.
So let's take Tuli Fuaga, right tackle at Oregon State. Maybe kicks inside for a year or two in Miami. Right.
And then he can go play left tackle if he has to. And by the way, Armstead in and out of the lineup all the time and talked about retirement. So
Fuaga solves that problem. Producer Harry is pumped. Man, Zach Frazier sitting there at 55.
I'm not. They signed Aaron Brewer,
but you said last year repeatedly.
I don't love Aaron Brewer.
Exactly, that's my point.
I think they need to get a defensive lineman. You need to get somebody who. There you go. Take Smith from.
You
LSU.
Take Mason Smith this high?
I love him.
Okay. Do you like him more than Dwayne Carter out of Duke?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
I think he's one of those kids that went there as a big recruit, got hurt, played poor in his early last season, and then was much better in the second half of the season.
That's right. And he'll be 2 years removed from that ACL, and that's typically when you see the player return to form. Right. All right, Mason Smith it is. Fill two big needs, literally and figuratively, with the first two picks. Now we got to wait 100 picks, Harry. All the wheeling and dealing the Dolphins have done, so we don't pick again until 158. So we can go any direction here, almost into the best player available category. Tight end, we can see who's there.
Well, they got a tight end. They got Jonnu,
but I mean, Brock Bowers was in the conversation forever. I think you would have still considered him at 21.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, 158 here. So. Ooh, Mason McCormick. There you go. That solves your interior offensive line need.
Yeah,
all right, so
there we go.
If Mason McCormick there is a 158, something's gone horribly wrong. But you take him.
Take him. Right, absolutely.
Not my problem. Golly. All right, next up, 184. This is the pick from the Bears. All right, what do you want to do here?
They need another receiver, believe it or not.
They have Tyreek and Jalen, and then after that.
I like the kid from Arizona. I think he's got skills.
I like him too. Let's see. Scroll down a little bit here. Just see who else we have to choose from. Taj Washington, Anthony Gold. Is Jaquan Jackson still there, or is Jaquan's there?
There you go. Take him. He fits with what they need as another little slot guy because Berrios right now is there, so I think they need something else.
Berrios is a slot guy.
Yeah, I'll take Jackson.
So you get Jaquan, who ran sub 4.5 for sure, maybe sub 4.4. I'll double check.
Just add him to let him practice with the baton like the rest of them.
Exactly. I mean, you got him, you got Tyreek, of course, you got Jalen Waddle, and then you got Achan in the backfield. Forget.
I need an edge here. A guy who can, because they got the concerns with. They did get Shaq Barrett, but they got the concerns with. Guys coming off injuries.
Well, look who's right there staring you in the face from Washington State, Brennan Jackson.
There he is. Let's put him on there.
All right. That's one of Pete's. He's on your better than team, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. One more pick, Harry. Harry, if this happens, your team might win the Super Bowl. And now let's see. We've got best player available at pick 241.
Yeah, let's see these guys. There's that Bertrand kid, the linebacker. He's interesting.
Yeah, I like Hampton as well, who's right underneath him as a safety.
Keep going down. Let me see what else we got.
What else we got, Harry? Wiley, the tight end. Xavier Thomas is sort of a situational pass rusher.
Throw my guy Wiley on there because they could always use another tight end.
All right, Jared Wiley, the tight end at TCU. Come on down. That's a pretty solid
I like
class.
that. I tell you what, if the Dolphins had this draft, they'd do cartwheels.
And I was going to say, you switch Mason McCormick and Mason Smith if teams maybe are scared off by Mason Smith's recovery. I don't know if both those players are going to be there by pick 158, but otherwise, look, it ain't the Dolphins' problem. They get
Let's put it this way: there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the better than team that are on that draft right there.
Oh, look at that. Pete Prisco has been unofficially inducted into the Dolphins fan club here. Tuli Fuaga off the board at 21. He's a day one starter, it feels like. Mason Smith and Mason McCormick in back-to-back picks. Their contributors, Jaquan Jackson joins the track team.
There's five, by the way.
Oh, my gosh. Pete's a big Jaquan Jackson fan, and Brandon Jackson, the edge rusher out of Washington State.
And Wiley.
And Jared Wiley, the tight end, rounds things out for the Dolphins. I don't know. Does Wiley want to run a 4-3 as well? Because that's important.
No, he doesn't. But he can catch the ball, and he has great hands. I'll tell you what, I watched his tape the last week, and he's an impressive-looking kid and ran well. 4.6 he ran. Same time.
Okay.
You know what time he ran? 4.61. You know who ran 4.61? Travis Kelce.
There you go. All right, that wraps up the perfect Dolphins draft class. Make sure to subscribe to NFL on CBS at YouTube, on YouTube, and download the With the First Pick podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, stay tuned for more Ultimate Mock Drafts because we're hitting all 32 teams.